What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Welcome back to another one. I'm back. Um, Let me see. What do I? Let me see something here. All right, let me just do something real quick. All right. So, like I had said before, I just got back from New York, of course, and Kid Cudi. I forgot to tell you guys when he arrived at court. He had just got there. When I got there, he got there a little bit after I walked in. That's why people was waiting outside. I should have stayed outside. I would have got a view of him coming in, but it's all good. Um, let's see here. Oops, sorry, hold on. I'm dropping everything. All right. Let me see. Where's my notes here? Man, this was really, to be honest with you, this was really a short week. Let me look at my calendar here. So yeah, this week only lasted only 4 days. So it only lasted 4 days. Tomorrow we have off. There's no trial tomorrow or Monday because of Memorial Day. Trial resumes on the 27th, and on the 27th we only have 4 days. So technically, I say we just finished our second week, but I think the judge really said the third week. So one, two. So next week, let me see something. He said I forget what the judge said. This is technically for me that we just completed the second week. Next week is going into the third week, and then June is here. And he did say that this trial is on time. That's what he said. Um, he did say this trial is on schedule to finish on time because I think he wants the jurors to not, you know, their whole first half of the summer don't want to be in court. So he really is trying to get finished at a decent time, and everything is moving. So I just wanted to say that, just behind the scenes stuff, everything is moving right along in that aspect. So I just wanted to say that. But at least I'll have a little bit of time off to recuperate and be back Tuesday. So I will be back Tuesday in action. And it's kind of the perfect time for me to be off because I have to take care of some stuff tomorrow. So I'm glad he did take off tomorrow because I just found out today I got to go somewhere. Um, so that was perfect for me, for him to have off court tomorrow. So that's pretty good, man. So as we know, Kid Cudi was the master of ceremony today. They were waiting for him. Um, he had a few, sound bites and stuff like that people noted. For one thing, he said that Diddy, when he first met up Diddy for the meeting, he looked like a supervillain. People started laughing. And I heard that people were laughing in his courtroom. They were laughing in mine too, but he wasn't laughing. Yep, taking some time to relax. So he was let me see something real quick. He wasn't laughing, just to note that he wasn't laughing. Everybody else was laughing. But like I said, I'm just looking at the schedule here. Um, we don't have off. We don't have court tomorrow. We have a pretty long weekend. We come back Tuesday. Only 4 days for that week, and for me that completes week 3. Next week will complete week 3, moving into the 2nd of June, all the way through the 6th. Let me see something. Hold on. So 1, 2, 3. The 2nd of June will be going into the 4th week. So this thing might be looking like it's going to end the end of June. That's what it looks like. I was trying to get these dates right for people that want to come back, because some people want to come back for the closing and waiting for the verdict. That's going to be really big, waiting for the verdict and stuff like that, because either way you look at it, it's going to be big, especially if he gets off. It's going to be really, 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 really big. So people don't want to miss that right there. So it's looking like I'm not even going to be able to head back to Virginia until like the end of June, probably. And I probably will stay here till the 4th and then go back. Spend at least the 4th here. But I'm just trying to look at the schedule. I say, yeah, it's moving on time. Um, for me, this is completing the 2nd week, in my opinion. Next week is the 3rd week. The week of the 2nd is the 4th week. The week of the 9th is the 5th week. The week of the 16th is the 6th week. 7th week. Yeah, it probably they're looking to end before the 4th of July. So this is going to go all the way into June. So for the people that's trying to come back, it's going to go all the way into the end of June. Um, this should be done before the 4th of July. So we potentially could have a verdict before the 4th of July. Damn, that's crazy. Imagine he gets some bad news on the 4th of July. That'll be crazy. But that's where it's looking. It's looking like we should get something before the 4th of July, heading into June. And hopefully June will get warmer, man. It was cold today. It really was. It was kind of cold today, man. But let's hear what Elizabeth Milner said, because she was in the courtroom. I want to hear Elizabeth Milner's perspective. Let's see what she's saying.
To the Soho House meeting, and that was the meeting where jacket, smoking a cigarette. I mean, this is Kid Cudi, major celebrity comes in. What was the substance of what he was saying? And I got to ask you the tone in which he was saying it. Well, obviously, I didn't see the cigarette smoking part. I was inside the courtroom when this was going on, but it was a packed courtroom today, Jesse. Despite it being very cold outside today, despite it even pouring down raining this morning when I came to court today, a lot of people were inside that courtroom because a lot of people wanted to know, what did Scott Mescudi?
Oh yeah, I want to note that the courtroom was a little bit packed. You said if he's found guilty, sentence will be longer. You mean the sentencing? Yeah, because they may come back for the sentencing phase. They may come back for that. For the city, if that's what you're talking about. Oh, she didn't come in yet, Queen Key. She didn't come. Maybe next week. But I just wanted to note that it was a packed house in there. It was.
Kid Cudi really have to say. So when he walks inside the courtroom, to your point, Jesse, he was very, very casual. He had on a leather jacket. It was a little bedazzled. He had on a white t-shirt. He had on jeans, something that you kind of really don't see necessarily, especially in federal court. I mean, all the other witnesses have been in suits, even some of the escort witnesses. But for Kid Cudi, he just came in very casual. He just walked right to the witness stand, didn't pay Diddy any type of attention from what I could see of him, but he got onto the witness stand and swore that oath like he normally, like all the other witnesses do. And then that's when we got into the testimony. And let me just say, Jesse, there was so much testimony. I was just writing things down and down and down again because there was really so much. And we knew about kind of the Molotov cocktail incident, especially because it was laid out in Cassie's federal lawsuit, right? But just hearing Kid Cudi explain it from his own words were just a whole.
See, the thing is with the whole Molotov cocktail situation with his car, you said the date of sentencing. Yes, it'll be a different date. But yeah, the Molotov cocktail situation, um, they are trying to tie this racketeering thing together. If especially if the jury believes that he had Kid Cudi's car blown up, that's proving a predicate act. So that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to bring this all together. Remember, they still have more witnesses, so we don't know exactly what these other witnesses going to say. And I'm going to tell you right now, after Kid Cudi, the next person everybody's going to be packed for in that courthouse is KK, Christina Coram. Okay? That's when that courthouse is going to be, should be jam-packed. You said Cassie Cole for giving Diddy Kid Cudi address. She's basically a crimey. Basically a crimey. Yeah, I guess she was scared, so she gave Diddy. She told him, "I gave Diddy your address." He was like, "What?" Yeah, that was crazy. She gave him his address. You said Cassie backdoored him. She's not a victim. She's only a victim of domestic violence. She basically a crimey. Yeah. See, the thing is, I was listening to Inner City Press. He was like, this is not a this is not a normal case. It's not. When we talking about, we talking about racketeering, we're talking about like John Gotti, and there's like a racketeering case going on right now in a courtroom, federal courtroom, that's more geared to racketeering because there's crime involved and everything else. But they tying Diddy to this criminal organization, so it's kind of like people are not used to this kind of case because I don't think it has been no case like Diddy's, and they're trying to say he ran a criminal organization. So they have to prove these predicate acts. Did somebody help him though? Do they believe he had somebody car? Do the jury believe he had someone blow the car up? If so, that's a predicate act. Now they can move on to the next one. But we don't know what Christina Coram gonna say.
Other level, I could say. People were laughing, right? People were laughing when he was testifying because he made that one comment that he sees Sean Combs. He had a meeting with him and said he looked like a Marvel supervillain. Were people laughing? No. Yes, people were laughing, but if you're going to ask if Diddy was laughing, it didn't seem like he found that joke necessarily funny, but there was definitely some courtroom laughter, even from some of the jurors who were in the box. They were laughing as well.
He said some of the jurors laughed at Kid Cudi. And so he said basically when he went to meet with Diddy, he said Diddy looking like a Marvel super villain. Okay. They said he met at the Soho House. They met at the Soho House, by the way. That's where they met at. Okay, they met at the Soho House. But yeah, when he said that, everybody started laughing. He said Marvel supervillain, and then he got reactions from the court as well when they said when you found out your car was blown up, what did you say? He was like, "What the fuck?" He was like, "What the fuck?" I would have said the same thing. Diddy, what the fuck, man? Like he OD'd off Cassie. He OD'd off of her, man.
But from what I could see of Diddy, it didn't seem like he had much laughter going on in that specific moment, which was a.
Oh, let me say this real quick. Brian Steele, when he got up there, he was like, "So basically, Cassie played both of you." And Kid Cudi said, "Yep." He said she played both of you, and both of you got played. And she said, "Yeah, we did." He pretty much admitted that. He said, "Yeah, we got played. Cassie played us, dog."
180 from kind of his demeanor with George Cap.
Hey, what's going on? Can you hear?
Hey,
All right, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can. Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we have. You want to introduce yourself? We have celebrity scandalous in the building.
Celeb.
Celebrity scandalous.
Yes. Hey y'all. I'm Celebrity Scandalous, and I've been riding shotgun with Max for the first week. Oh, what we almost well, a week and a half of the trial.
Right, we can.
He's been fabulous, ladies. Just letting y'all know. The deep voice and all. He is a gentleman. It's been fabulous. It's been like a movie. I know we're there to cover the case, but it's just been out of this world. So back to Cassie and them, but it's been just wonderful. It's been an experience.
Yeah, it has been.
Yeah.
Let me see something real quick, because I am getting spammed here.
Oh wow.
I gotta fix that. I knew I was gonna start getting spam. Let me see something. Live chat. Um. Okay, yeah, she been riding shotgun with me. You said for the week and a half, right?
Yeah, it's been a week and a half. I just missed 2 days,
Yeah,
but
you
I'll
missed.
be back. We'll be back rolling. I think in about a week. I think Max may I'm gonna maybe try to be back in about 2 weeks.
Okay, yeah, too. That's gonna be because I'm looking at the calendar. Let me go back to the calendar real quick. I want to show you something. All right, so I couldn't because people were talking. Like right when we're about to leave. I couldn't
Mhm.
hear what the judge was saying. I don't know if he said this is considered week 3 going into week 4. I believe he said that
Oh,
because
you
I
didn't.
think he was counting the jury selection as a week.
I see somebody trying to spam you. You see it?
Yeah, it's happening. Let's see.
Haters. Sorry.
I'm trying to fix it to where. Let me see something here. I'm trying to fix it to where. I'm trying to fix it. Man, they really are spamming.
Yeah.
And look, he's putting ticket TV. That makes me feel like he. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave. You see,
Uh,
you see that, right? That's not by
that's
accident. That's not by accident that he's putting that.
that's crazy. Why would
I don't know,
let me
man.
see. I'm gonna try to see. Let me
I'm gonna
see.
hit. I'm gonna hit
Um,
him up about that. I'm definitely gonna hit him up
mm.
about it. Like,
So
why are they spamming your channel here?
I just hit the user from the channel because you made me a mod, so I was able to hide them.
Yeah, I.
That's crazy.
Let me see something real quick. Chat viewing options. I'm gonna have to go to my desktop real quick to fix it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna fix it from my desktop. But yeah, so celebrity was she was with me for like a week, and you a week all the way up to Wednesday, bro. Tuesday or Wednesday?
I left on Wednesday, so Tuesday. I was there Tuesday. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, week and 2 days. But you're gonna
I
come
mean,
back,
today.
and I was
I
just
already miss you. I miss you. I miss the environment. I'm ready to come back already.
oh, what's her name was Miss Knockout.
Hmm.
She was asking about you. Um,
Okay.
there was a couple people they were asking.
Everybody was so nice. I tell you guys, they started calling me. Well, one guy was calling me Miss Minaj, Nicki Minaj, and then he was asking. He said he was jealous because Max was my bodyguard and stuff.
Yeah,
And they were. Everybody was really nice to us. I mean, the YouTubers were pretty nice, to be
yeah,
honest. Tisa was cool. Everybody was pretty chill.
yeah. I spoke to her when I was leaving today. I said, "Have a good one." And she said, "You
Okay.
leaving?" I said, "Yeah, I'm leaving." And look, I was. This is right. She was getting ready to go live. I said, "I'm out of here. I gotta beat this rush hour traffic." I
They
was
must
not
be staying
playing.
someplace pretty close by because they be going live like Tisa be outside. Tisa be grinding.
Yeah, they staying in Manhattan somewhere.
Okay.
Is
Yeah.
what's the other guy's name?
Armand,
Is he do he live in New York?
he got an Airbnb. I thought he had moved there, but he has an Airbnb there. That's what he said.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so he has an Airbnb there.
Yeah.
Um, okay. Yeah, because they go live as soon as they don't even stay at the court. Well, he don't even stay at the courtroom at when it's over.
No, I know. They just him and Mims, I think they all just kind of leave and go. Cause even Neek at night, I saw her. It looks like she's already and she was doing her live not long after court ended today too.
Right. She was
So
done too. Yep, she was done. She was there and she was gone. They don't waste no time. But what do you think? Oh, I forgot to tell you. So, okay. So they're off. We don't have court tomorrow. And of course, for the holidays, Memorial Day, we don't have court on Monday. So we go back Tuesday on the 27th. So it's abbreviated week. It's only 4 days. And then we into June. So I'm looking at June.
uh-huh.
I'm thinking for people to come back. Um, I'm thinking this is going to be over for the 4th of July. That's what I'm
Yeah,
thinking.
probably. Yeah, it should be.
So I'm thinking people should come back sometime in June, like
Yeah,
mid June.
because you got 4 weeks in June and then the 2 weeks. Because they're saying it's kind of unscheduled, and they were saying it would be 4 to 8 weeks, and then they say something like more like 6 weeks.
Yeah, they said
So
about 6 weeks. So yeah, I would say for people to come back around then or whenever. It depends on when you want to come back because you don't want to miss the for those that came the most that opening what do you call it closing statements and then when the jury deliberate.
yeah,
That's where it's at when the
I'll
jury
be back.
deliberates.
I'm gonna be back.
Yeah, but what are your takeaways from this week?
I mean, Max, it's like a up and down thing for me. When I first started this, I was thinking like Cassie was somewhat complicit. And we know that she got her immunity more than likely or proffer or whatever, something like that for her to testify. But the more I get into it and I hear the testimony from the therapist and I'm hearing more and more people talk about Diddy's behavior, um, Cassie's not on trial, and we don't need people to tell us that Diddy beat her up because we see the video. Like that one video illustrates how he did her over the time. So I mean, I feel like Diddy is guilty of abuse and things like that. The problem that I'm having is when I don't know enough about RICOs and the charges. I mean, you have been explaining it to me, so I'm kind
Mm,
of deferring to people like you. But when it comes to what the traditional RICO and all of these other things, that's kind of where I'm just not certain about it because I hear you and just different people talking about Ricos and racketeering and traditionally it's been a little different. It's been more people. I know they're talking about the enterprise. So I know he's guilty of something. I honestly don't think Diddy is gonna walk. But is he really guilty of all of those racketeering and this whole Rico thing? I don't know. I just don't know.
yeah, I know that's what people are saying. They just don't know. And what did inner city press say about it?
Oh, well, Inner City Press says that this is an unusual case of racketeering or RICO charges because he says what he's traditionally seen, there have been multiple defendants, co defendants, and he's covering a case right now in the same courthouse. with 5 defendants, and he said that he's running up to another floor while he's covering Diddy, and he said nobody is focusing on that, but he was saying generally you would have more than one party, right? So he
Right.
was saying this is unusual, like I don't know, but he said Diddy. He said based on what he's seen so far. Now this is Inner City Press. I think his name is Matthew Lee. He said that he doesn't believe Diddy will get all the charges based on what he knows of a RICO, but he says he will be charged with something more than likely. That's what he said.
He said more than likely he'll get charged with something.
Yes. He said he doesn't believe all of them, but the way they're building the case, it will be something. Although he seems to be on the fence about it as well. He
Yeah,
said
a lot
that
of people.
you he said that 95% of the Fed, the cases they have, they win. He said, but there's still that small chance. And he said basically he feels that way because Diddy isn't a traditional RICO case. And I'm
It's not.
paraphrasing. Yeah.
It's not a traditional RICO case because you're thinking like John Gotti. You're thinking gangs. Gangs usually get charged with gang activity. Like they usually get kingpins. They usually get charged with the RICO. But Diddy, we're trying to establish that he has a criminal organization. Like that's what they're saying. But
Yeah.
this is a remix to the RICO. Remember now, um, Rudy Giuliani. He actually added on to the RICO during the mafia days, and I'm thinking, is their way of adding on to the RICO now? Like, um, that's why I'm saying a lot of people are left like, okay, yes, he is domestic violence. Yes,
Right.
we know he did this to her, but are they like? But I know what they're doing. That's why I want to tell people be careful with this because the firebombing is one aspect of it. That's a predicate act according to the RICO. Now, see the suck part about it is for him that they labeled him a criminal enterprise. That's the bad part. When I first heard that they when they arrested him and they are labeling him a criminal enterprise, I said, "Oh, he's in trouble." That's what I said. I said because all he have to do is prove 2 acts, and if he had somebody to help him, then that's the predicate act. That's why he remember he said this is race motivated, and I
Yeah.
believe Mark Garrigo said it as well, and Mark Agnafilio and his lawyer said this is race motivated. Um, that's why I'm like I was really interested in this trial. I know it's Diddy, but damn, they got him with the RICO, man. That's kind of crazy. J Hove said you cute.
For an older woman. And that's okay. Either you die young or grow old, my daddy used to
That's
say.
right.
So it's okay being older. Thank you. Thanks,
Yeah, it is
thanks that I
okay
made
being
it this
older.
far. Yeah.
Oh, he put the gray hair.
Yeah, that's okay.
No, listen, being old, man, is the way to go.
Some people
Being
don't make
old
it.
with your being old with your health and your freedom. Money comes
Yeah.
secondary. It's the freedom that as we seeing right now.
Yeah, who Diddy
Um,
would have never thought that he would end up in the position that he's in. I was just looking at some videos of him and Cassie from like 15, 20 years ago. Well, not 20 years, 15 years ago. I mean, he would have never imagined that he'd be sitting in the situation he's in right now, ever.
hey, let me ask you real quick, just a technical thing. Are you live on your page too?
I don't know. I just joined. It said my subscribers would be able to see.
Okay, cool. So they'd be able to see you as well. Okay.
Let me see.
Um,
I'm gonna take my camera off for a minute while I look at my other. I'm gonna check. Let me. Okay.
okay. It's
Let me
guys,
see.
like I said, I don't know what to tell y'all because when I heard Rico, I said, "Oh
Hmm.
wow, what was Puff doing? Was he was he out here ordering hits? I'm not talking about hit records. Was he out was he out here ordering people to get beat up, or was he into like the drug world? Was he like moving weight? It's yeah. Somebody said it's the Frico,
The freak off.
the Frico Rico.
Oh,
He got charged with the Frico Rico. Well, it's really called the Frico. That's pretty much what it is. Like, but I guess because it has that element of after a while she felt afraid to leave. So it has some of that into it as well. And she was hired. He was technically.
okay. I'm sorry. Oh Lord. Let me.
Yeah, he was technically. Was that R. Kelly? That's hilarious.
No, that's Jay Z. That's one of the. That's a YouTube video I made some years ago. So I
You
was trying
see.
to see if I'm live on my page, and then that video always comes up. My bad.
Oh, I could talk about Cudi again. Stress if you just get in here. I could talk about him in a second. I was when I had got to court today. If I had waited in the rain just a little bit longer before I went in, I would have saw Cudi. Just a little bit longer. I would have, because they were waiting for somebody. I was like, they waiting for somebody. And I thought Cudi was already in the building, but no, they were waiting for him to come in. Yeah, Rico is using money for criminal. It's running Rico using money for criminal activities. So this is a different type of Rico, and yeah, they got him with the Rico, man. That's why this is a very dangerous case for him as far as like his freedom. He's dangerously close to going to jail, man, for a long time. Dangerously close. His lawyers are doing everything possible to make sure that doesn't happen. He cannot say that his lawyers didn't advocate for him because they did. They're doing a lot right now. And yeah, Cuddy came in there smoking a cigarette, leather jacket on, white t-shirt, blue jeans, white sneakers, just chilling. You said, what happened? Can't hear you? Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you. I'm muted, but
Yeah,
I can hear you.
I think I don't. You said somebody said they can't hear me, but if anybody else can y'all hear me, let me know. But um, but yeah, you said you can hear fine. Okay. Um, it's let me. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring up just so we'll know the Rico again. I'm gonna bring up it again. I'm gonna bring that Rico up again so we can get an understanding again about this Rico situation. Let's see. All right, we're gonna have to see. Okay, so RICO, we all know that's the acronym for Racketeer Influence and Corrupt Organization Act. It's a federal law enacted in 1970 as part of the Organized Crime Control Act. Okay, it was originally designed to combat organized crime, especially the mafia, but it has since been used more broadly, which is happening now. Key points of the federal RICO purpose to target and dismantle criminal enterprises by going after leaders who order or benefit from crimes, even if they didn't personally commit the criminal acts. So let's stop there. It says leaders who order or benefit from crimes, even if they didn't personally commit the criminal act. Let me go number two real quick. Elements required for a RICO case. To bring a federal RICO charge, prosecutors must prove the following. A criminal enterprise exists. The defendant was associated with or employed by the enterprise. The defendant engaged in a pattern of racketeering activity. The pattern includes at least two predicate offenses. It says that the pattern includes at least two predicate offenses within a 10-year period. Predicate offenses, types of crimes. RICO allows prosecution for a variety of crimes. All right, let's look at it: murder, kidnapping, bribery, fraud, drug trafficking, money laundering, extortion, and sex trafficking. So they got him on kidnapping. Remember, they got him on kidnapping, and they got him on sex trafficking, and I believe something else. But we'll get into that in a second. And money laundering, I think. So penalties up to 20 years per RICO count. Okay. Or life if the predicate crimes allow it. Fines, forfeiture of assets, money, property, businesses gained through criminal activity. Civil lawsuits, victim can sue for triple damages. Common uses today against street gangs, like I said, corrupt police departments, corporate fraud schemes, like Bernie Madoff. I'm just naming him. And recently, entertainers and public figures. It just said it. And recently, entertainers and public figures accused of operating criminal enterprises. Um, let's see. Let's see. I'm gonna type in, why are they charging Diddy with RICO? Because
And
everybody's
Max,
like, yeah,
I'm not live on my channel. And
you're
shout out
not.
to Michael Miller for telling me. Yeah, no, I don't know what happened, but I mean it's cool. It's no problem.
I thought they said
It
your
did say that. It did, and I don't see it. I don't know what. Maybe I did something wrong, but it's okay.
you want to come out and come back in.
Okay, I can do that.
All right,
Okay,
come out and come back in and see and see.
okay, bye.
Okay. Um, it says here, Sean Diddy Combs is facing a federal RICO charges due to allegations that he led a criminal enterprise over 2 decades involving serious crimes such as sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and obstruction of justice. Okay, stop with the bribery. You remember when he said, I'm going to, after the Kid Cudi situation, I'm going to leak these videos. Remember that? I'm going to leak these videos and I want my money back. And the mother had to take out an equity line of credit to pay him the 20,000. That's where they saying the bribery is coming from, I believe. You said nice to see all the black YouTubers getting along well. Um, so that's where I think that's where the bribery is coming in at. The bribery. So okay, let's see. What did it say now?
It just said, it said the host will be able to view your channel name, but it didn't say you will be streaming from your channel. So maybe I don't know
Yeah, because I noticed some people. Oh, I know what it is.
what.
You have to go live and then hit the join button, I guess.
Oh, I
I
gotta
don't
go live in.
I'm not sure how that works.
Okay,
But
I've done
I've
it.
seen people doing that though.
I did it before. I did it with this. Do you know AK? She's
Yeah.
in London. Me and AK did it like about a year ago. We did it together.
And how did you do it?
I know. I think I know how to do it. Do you want? I'm gonna do it from my end.
Okay.
Because you have to go through StreamYard, and then I have to add you, and then all that. So let me go do it on the back end, and then we'll get it
Okay.
together, y'all.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. So let's see. We got to look at the bribery first. Do y'all think that's a bribe when he's saying that he's going to put out this sex tape and I want my money back, and her mother take out a line of credit to pay him the money back? Is that a bribe? Yes or no? Because that's where they're going. They said, okay, and the forced labor, because the guys were working 20 hours a day. That's why they're going with forced labor, because the okay, you trying to figure it out. Okay, yeah, we all showing specter one another. Okay, Michael. All right, let's stop there. That's not coercion. That's a bribe. When okay, let's stop right there. When he got mad at Kid Cudi, he potentially committed two predicate acts just from that situation. You said that's not a bribe. That's a blackmail. All right, hold on. Let's look at this. Let's entertain this. Give me some examples of bribery. Um, oh, wait a minute. I know what a bribery is. He paid the hotel. He paid the hotel money to keep the video from coming out. That's considered a bribe. You said that's bribery, extortion. What he did to Cassie's mother. It's something with that in the hotel situation. Damn, they really going after him, dog. Now the forced labor. Okay. Let's see, key allegations. Hold on. Let me go back. You say you can pay a security because they are not police. It's bribery and blackmail. Yeah, that's bribery. What he did to her mother, like the mother is trying, got to pay him this money to keep from the video coming out. That's like blackmail and bribery. They're getting them on that, guys. That's what they're getting them on. Let me see extortion. Hold on. Okay, look, the key allegations supporting the RICO charges. Watch this: sex trafficking. Combs is accused of orchestrating drug-fueled sex parties referred to as freak-offs, where women were allegedly coerced or forced into sexual acts. These events reportedly involve manipulation, threats, and violence. Look, here are the key allegations to support the RICO: violence and intimidation. Rapper Kid Cudi testified that Combs broke into his home and later his Porsche was destroyed by a Molotov cocktail. Incidents allegedly linked to Combs' jealousy over Kid Cudi's relationship with Cassie. Pattern of abuse. Cassie Ventura, Combs' former partner, and other witnesses have testified about long-standing patterns of physical abuse, manipulation, and threats by Combs. Under the RICO statute, prosecutors must demonstrate that the defendant committed at least two acts of racketeering activity within a 10-year period as part of an ongoing criminal enterprise. The charges against Combs allege a consistent of pattern criminal behavior over a significant period, fitting the criteria for a RICO prosecution. If convicted, Combs faces severe penalties, including up to life in prison. The trial is ongoing in Manhattan federal court with testimony. Yeah. So, guys, let's go back. Um, they only need the two. They only need to prove the two predicate acts. Did he have Kid Cudi car blown up? Um, Was they trying to get him on forced labor, trying to say that um, the workers worked over 20 hours and the freak offs lasted for up to what they say 4 days. This is a very unique case to study. But look, they still haven't finished putting out their case yet. So there's more coming next week. Now I'm gonna tell you something. I know. Guess what? If KK, the Christina Corum, if she testifies, what is she gonna say, guys? Now, what he did, like what Cassie Mother testified, saying that she had to go to the bank. I mean, she had to take a mortgage out, an equity line of credit for $20,000, and she sent it to Combs Enterprises. But he sent it back. But still, the fact that she felt that she had to send the money so those videos won't come out, that's a bribe and extortion. That's a predicate act. So that's a predicate act. Yeah, she must be a co-conspirator. But see, the thing is, the guy today that testified, the former assistant, he was a co-conspirator too, and he didn't. He told the court that he did not want to testify. He said this under oath. I did not want to testify, but they sent me a subpoena, and I had to come. And he signed a proffer agreement, meaning that what he say they can't hold that against him. He said it today in front of us. So you said who gave mom money to buy her house? Yeah, but the thing is, why did she feel the need for him to say he want the money back, or the video is gonna come out? And he said it on text message. Yeah, he was saving face. I would think. Yeah, I don't want to. She don't have to pay the money back. Now, if Christina Corum come out and say yes, such and such blew the car up. Oh my God, guys! I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna sit here and fall on the floor, guys. They gonna have to escort. No, I'm not. I'm just kidding. But I'm just saying, what is she? We don't know what she gonna testify to. Because what if they sit up here and try to strong arm her? And oh yeah, you ain't gonna cooperate, or we gonna lock you up. You better cooperate. Now, who blew up this damn car? Because they have the text message of him saying he wanted to blow the car up, and the car blew up. But they could press her on it. Who blew the car up? Who blew it up? Okay, I don't know. Celebrity, like who blew the car up? Like they gonna press her, yo, dog. She the star witness. Cassie was the co-star. She's the star witness. Christina Corum. She's the star witness, man. Because they gonna sit up there and say, you know what, we gonna come after you next. Because you a co-conspirator. She gonna have to say, "Oh, that's gonna be crazy, guys. That's a bombshell witness." True Justice, celebrity scandalous. I mean, you might have to come back for that one. You might have to just roll in for the weekend again, just for that. I have to let you know. You said I'm liking Cassie. I'm liking Cassie less and less after Cudi testimony. Basically, Diddy crashed out, man. Hold on one second. Sorry about that, y'all. I'm back. I'm just going over the RICO with us so we can all try to figure this out here. Again, they said violence and intimidation. Um, they trying to say forced labor too. They got a sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson. That's Kid Cudi, bribery, and obstruction of justice. They prosecutors assert that Combs used his influence and resources to exploit and abuse women, protect his reputation, and conceal his conduct. Okay, look, conceal his conduct is giving the man money. They're gonna do all this in the closing. When they say he gave him the money for that video not to come out, that's what they're saying. That's to conceal his whatever. I'm just trying to understand why they got him with the RICO. Basically, he's being charged with doing too much. So it says he faces up to 20 years per RICO count, or life if the predicate crime allows it. Forfeiture of assets, money, property, businesses gained through the criminal activity. That's the real forfeiture of assets. That's crazy right there. He could lose his house, everything. And um, you said nevertheless that doesn't excuse her getting her tail beat if she's not on trial. But here's the thing. You remember when she said during some of the free calls he'll beat her up? That's what they're gonna get him on. It don't matter if she was okay with it at first. If he beat her because she did something wrong, or when she was sick and then she still had to continue, they're getting him on that. Yeah, he can get one juror for a mistrial. B, you right about that. Yes, indeed. So let's go over that since B. Thank you for that. So let's go over that. Hold on 1 second. Let's go over that, B. Hold on, since you brought it up. Hold on. Okay, so let's go over that next. No, Cassie character. You said it's on. Okay, a mistrial means the trial is invalidated due to a serious error or problem that prevents the fair outcome. Common reasons: jury deadlock. They can't reach a unanimous decision. Misconduct by attorneys, jurors, or witnesses. Legal errors. Evidence introduced improperly. Outside influence, e.g., media contamination. See, this is where he's going to have action in the appeals. Media contamination. But let's go with jury deadlock. So if Diddy gets a mistrial, thank you, Best Spades. Thank you for the blessing. Um, yeah, thank you for the blessing. Oh, let me see something real quick. Uh, Wait, what is this? Let's see. Thank you for the blessing, Best Spades. You said Diddy not going to jail because people are trying this with emotion. You think he's not going to jail, Queenie? I'm not doing it on emotion either. I'm saying he's in a little bit of hot water here. Now I'm going over the mistrial. Um, if Diddy gets a mistrial, then what? Prosecutors can retry the case. The most common outcome: the government can refile and retry the case with a new jury, unless the judge rule otherwise. They may refine or adjust the charges based on what happened at trial. Diddy could seek to dismiss the charge. His legal team might argue that retrying him would violate double jeopardy, or that prosecutorial misconduct tainted the case. However, mistrials do not automatically protect the defendant from being retried. Settlement or plea deal. In some cases, both sides may agree to a plea bargain to avoid the cost and publicity of another trial. You said so you dated multiple abusers, but looking at Cassie crazy for trying to get for who, me? No, you must be talking to somebody else. I'm just reading the chat. You said so you dated multiple abusers, but looking at Cassie crazy for trying to get away. I don't know who you talking to somebody in the chat. You said, what do you think, Queenie? What you think the outcome gonna be? Um, like what you thinking so far? How you feeling about this? It says public perception and legal pressure. Even without a conviction, a mistrial can damage reputation and lead to civil suits. Victims may still file civil lawsuits based on the same evidence. So pretty much, he's still not going to get out. They're going to try to try him again. Well, the doctor B had explained why it took 11 years for her to get away. You said, I think the women are going. You said, I think the women are going to free him. What do you mean the women are going to free him? I don't understand that. The only way he going to get freed is the jury. You talking about the jury? I'm not sure. You got to elaborate. Oh, you think the women on the jury are going to free him? No, no, no. It takes all of them to free him. You mean the women to convince the men to free him? They're going to have to convince the others. Remember, it has to be unanimous. So, yeah. So, he still got some action here, man. He do. Because he got some really good lawyers. When I'm giving him that because of these lawyers. I'm just seeing how they go about their business in court. It's really something to see, guys. Just how they go about they're the ultimate professionals. Just the way they go about their business, the way they dress, everything. I'm watching everything. I see them in the hallway. I'm observing everything. Just the way they dress, the way they handle themselves, the way they self assured in court. Everything matters. Um, he really got some, man. That money is paying off. That money is paying off. I'm telling you guys that. I'm seeing it firsthand. I'm going to court every day. That money is paying off. That money is paying off. It's paying big dividends. Them lawyers are super smart, for sure. He got the best lawyers money could buy, man. He got some of the best lawyers that money can buy. He don't got, like I said, there's some other ones out there too, but he got some of the best lawyers that money could buy. He really do. Hey, Sharice.
Mm-hmm.
You said every witness shows that he uses people for his own pleasure and dirty business. You said Capricorn Clark is supposed to be on Tuesday. Oh my God. Capricorn Clark is supposed to be Tuesday? Holy crap. They talked about her today. Yeah, diversity of opinion. Right. We have different opinions. We need everybody's opinion. That's why I'm asking you guys, what are you guys thinking? No, ain't nobody, whatever y'all thinking, I want to hear it. Like, what do you guys think? Like, how you guys think, what y'all think he gonna get off? That's why I'm asking you. I don't know. Like, I'm coming to the gallery right now to figure this one out. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying to you. We got to go to the people for a minute. Like, what's happening here? Yeah, we going to the people for a minute. You said Capricorn Clark was destroyed today by Kid Cudi. Well, check this out. This is what we found out today. Capricorn Clark knew about him and Cassie relationship. She knew about it. Okay. Yeah, she knew about the relationship, man. Yep. She knew about the relationship. You said if the jury interprets the law properly, he's going to jail. He said he going to jail if they interpret it properly. I mean, that's what the jury going to have to figure it out. Yeah, they're gonna have to. Jury gonna have to figure this one out. Yeah, the jury is gonna have to. Well, oh, the hard drives. They were talking about the hard drives today. Those were Cassie computers they were talking about. Yeah, those were Cassie computers they were talking about today. Just to let you know. Yep, they were talking about Cassie's computers. Um, so I don't know. They found the videos, of Cassie computers. Remember, they found the videos on there. Yeah, Cassie videos that they played that they used for the evidence. They found them on her stuff. Yep, that's where everything was coming from. Yeah, that's where you know everything was stemming from. Cassie videos. You said, why did Cassie name her daughter after Diddy? I don't know, but it sounds kind of close to what they used to call themselves. That's why people were saying that. You said they all swapping. Sloppy said it's crazy. Remember, Al B. Shore said he want to testify. I don't know if they're gonna use him. I don't think so. He said he would though if they wanted him. So let's see what else they're saying. Let me see. Where is it? Um, put the link to your channel in here, Celebrity Scandalous, so we know where to find you. Put your link in so we could know where to subscribe to you at. And guys, I'm gonna let me see. Let me get the link. I want you guys to somebody subscribe to my TikTok because I need a few more subscribers so I can go live over there. So I need y'all help. I'm about to set up shop over there too, so I could go live on both places at the same time. That is my my little plan. So I'm gonna give you guys the link. Man, am I still alive? Oh, you can set up the dual stream. Okay. I put my link there for you guys to somebody subscribe to my I'm gonna pin it. I put my link. All right, so I pinned my TikTok link. Let me see how many more subscribers I need. Give me a second. I need 18 more subscribers. So who got me, man? I need 18 more, man. 18 more subscribers, man, and I'm on it. I need to download that video to put that on TikTok. That's what I need to do. They like my commentary over there as well. You said just follow. All right, cool. Thank you. Yeah, I'm almost there. Yeah, I'm almost there to where I can go live on TikTok. You said, Max, you can hit up Joey Badass or Iron Sheik for an interview. While they out there at the trial? Oh, thank you, Queenie. All right, guys. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get off here. But yeah, make sure y'all hit my TikTok up. Because I'm gonna definitely go live over there. But I will be back in a second. He said, so I need to get a TikTok, y'all. I mean, some people have it. If you don't, some people do have it. I just got to put some work in over there. That's what I got to do to get it. I'm almost there, though. I'm going to go live on both TikTok and YouTube at the same time. So I only need 50. I need 50 subscribers to go live. They lowered it. I need only 50 to go live. But all right, y'all. I'll be back. Celebrity, when you want to do that live? You want to do it now, or do we have to do it on TikTok? I mean, do we have to do it on do we have to do it on StreamYard? Yeah, I see what Miss Knockout doing over there. I said, yo, I gotta get over there, yo. I gotta be on both of these, YouTube and TikTok. Max, who do you think the female DNA that was on the car? That means two people were at Kid's car. Well, he could allegedly had somebody go there. And I don't know who the female DNA is. But I don't think they're gonna get into that. The defense not gonna get into that. All they saying is it wasn't Puff's DNA. So that's all their job is done there. It's not Puff's DNA. So that's their job is done, in my opinion. Okay, it's not Puff's DNA. Let's move on. But it's up to the prosecutors. All right, I'm gonna send you my email now. And then I can go live again. Is that how it worked? Okay, let me or I can just go. I don't know how that. How does the dual? How do we do this? Like where everybody is live, or can I stay here while you go live right now, celebrity? Hold on. Let me give you my email. Okay, I just gave you. I just text you the email. So I have to. So I could. Can I stay live here and then go on Streamyard? We have to add. Oh, add each other as teammates. Okay, add me as a teammate, and then I can go live on Streamyard too. He said no. He sent a text out. Yeah, he sent a text to what he want to do to kids' car. But all right, guys, make sure you add me on TikTok. And let me see. I'm gonna be putting in some work over there. And yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. But actually, I'm gonna go over there right now and do a video just to get some updates on the Diddy trial. I'm gonna do that over there because I gotta put content out over there. All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I'll probably be back in a second because to go live with Celebrity. I'll be back, y'all.